go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range.
Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now at his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And they'll begin by running the option. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his number 1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Throwing is Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And Jackson throwing once more. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Just a short pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Tucker's kick is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd down, Swift. Now the ball comes loose. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now here come the Ravens. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Hurts. Runs over it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here. Let's go, man.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a 3-point game here early. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Now we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have regained the lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On second down, it's Edwards. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 38. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Second and a couple. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. Now Jackson. Goes for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Nifty move. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts going to keep it running right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have yet again retaken the lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game, so you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Again, Jackson.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. To throw again is Jackson. Pushes past him. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Jackson now. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So we've arrived at halftime here in Super Bowl 57. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this off to Swift. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
That's what it is. That's what.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson options out left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nolan Smith showing some bursts there to catch him behind the line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Off the option, here's Edwards. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Throwing is Hurts.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
On the option to give to Swift here.
That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's thrown into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his third sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. And that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got this down to the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Jackson.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hurts.
Dancing to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now Backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 7, 1:46 to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down.
Now Jackson connecting with Andrews.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Jackson. Pass complete to Edwards.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
Don't stop that motor.
So what a Super Bowl this has been. All tied in the final minute as it kicks away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 6 coming up. Here's Hurts to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
This is 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball,
Reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. A nice start for them here to overtime. And maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That last defensive stand, and that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they've played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at about the 32. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That is caught. He's got the 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good! The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.